Sorry about that. Let's get started. Okay, can everyone hear me okay? Camelia, can you hear me? Wonderful, thank you. Thank you. So good morning and good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us. And thank you, David, for coming again. We are delighted that you have joined us. This is the GYC Global Youth Challenge 2022. The topic for this year's competition is AI and the future of mankind. My name is Christine, and here with me is my colleagues, Jacqueline and Camelia. They will be helping you answering any of your questions while I speak. So please feel free to type in your question in your chat box. And we also would like to invite you to open your mic at the end of the session where you can answer question live if you wish. Now, again, this is a Global Youth Challenge 2022, AI and the Future of Mankind. And our website is at the bottom listed right here, www.theglobalyouthchallenge.theglobalyouth.org. Now, this is supported by the Arundel Academy, as well as Brock University and University of Waterloo. The Global Youth Challenge is a non-for-profit foundation registered under the Canadian Corporation Act, and its aim is to provide you, the youth, with a platform and stage to express your ideas, to discuss with your peers regarding solutions that affect the current humankind. And each year, students around the world are invited to join the challenge to discuss the topics of that year and to submit their ideas to the competition. This is our third year now, and for the first year, GYC 2020, topic was COVID-19. Last year, it was about world peace, and this year, it's AI and the future of humankind. Now, I would like to invite you to watch a video to put some visual behind my words.
The Global Youth Challenge 2022. When was the last time you used social media, or online maps, or spell check, or Siri, facial recognition? How about online shopping? These are all common technologies that we use in our daily lives, but did you know they all have one thing in common? That's right, these technologies are all powered by artificial intelligence, also called AI. Many people are optimistic about AI, such as Jeff Bezos, who said, "We're at the beginning of a golden age of AI. Recent advancements have already led to inventions that previously lived in the realm of science fiction, and we've only scratched the surface of what's possible." But many people are concerned about AI, such as Elon Musk, who said, "The pace of progress in artificial intelligence is incredibly fast. It is growing at a pace close to exponential. The risk of something seriously dangerous happening is in the 5-year time frame, 10 years at most." Many others are unsure, such as Stephen Hawking, who said, "AI is likely to be either the best or worst thing to happen to humanity." If you also believe that AI is an important topic, then you should join the Global Youth Challenge 2022. The topic is AI and the future of humankind. Use the knowledge and research skills you learned in school to share your ideas on AI and our future. Participants need to submit a short video speech plus a short essay or artwork. You can think about the topic through different subjects like business, science, languages, social sciences, health, and art. Visit theglobalyouth.org to learn more and sign up.
As you can see, this video explained and gave you some ideas about how you can start your submission. Before you do that, allow me to give you some basic information regarding how you can sign up. So for the Global Youth Challenge 2022, you can join in 2 different ways. One as a competitor and one as a volunteer. And we welcome you to do it both. Both join us as a competitor and join us as a volunteer. First, as a competitor, you will need to register go to the globalyouth.org and can click on this link. Camelia will be providing you with the link in the chat box, which you can copy and paste. Now, once you click into that link, we will be asking you to fill out your basic information, first and last name, nationality, email, as well as your date of birth to ensure you're under the age limit. Now, if you would like, we also want to ask you for the institution, which school you're from, as well as the person you heard about this competition from. On the very top, you can see the general training schedule. There are few training schedule, which I'll provide you with more details a little bit later. But for now, we are the Global Youth General Information Session, and we run every Monday from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And you're welcome to join us next week as well. And if you can encourage your friends and other youths to join, we also would like that as well. Now, once you have done that, registered yourself, you need to think about your submission. And as the video have stated, there are different ways you can submit. First, you can complete a 500-word essay, 300 to 500-word essay, or a piece of artwork, photography, drawing, video. That's all allowed. Now, whether you decide to go with a essay or a piece of artwork, we want you to submit 1-minute video speech. Now, the idea behind the one minute video speech is to explain your ideas to complement your essay or your artwork. Sometimes it's very difficult to express ourselves with just one piece of item. So the video speech would allow you to introduce yourself and to complement and further explain your ideas, which will be very important. Now, once you have finished your submission and you're satisfied, artwork or essay, we would like you to submit your submission to submit2022@theglobalyouth.org. Remember to submit a complete submission, which includes either the essay or the artwork and the video. Now, because it's a 1-minute video, depending on the clarity, it can be very large. So we would ask you to kindly upload your video to say a video platform, YouTube or Bilibili in China, or any platform in your country that allows you to upload your video to get your video across to more people. At the same time, also provide you with a link in which the committee, the judges, can click on and watch your video that way. So in your email, in your submission email, you should have 2 things. First, your essay or your artwork in PDF format or in Word, whatever you like. The second thing you need to do is to include your video, the video link, okay? And just to make sure that we know it is you as a competitor submitting your submission to the competition. For your subject line, once you're satisfied, please put in competitor, your name, plus your country. So we know that this is your submission, okay? And if you have any questions, please type in the chat box. My colleagues will be happy to answer your questions. Now, this is something that we would like to provide the opportunity to participate in. Very, very shortly in December, which is next month, we will have the GYC Masterclass. Again, the time and dates will be announced very, very soon. So please come back and join us or check our website. What is the purpose behind the masterclass? It is to provide you with an opportunity to communicate with a very professional teacher, with your peers, and to improve your entry. The topics will include essay writing, research skills, as well as presentation skills. Because if you are chosen to become to participate in the top 16, to participate in the final, you will need to make a live presentation to seasoned judges, judges from universities from all over the world. So your presentation skill is very important and it will complement and add to your submission. So please join us for this GYC Masterclass, which will start next month. And again, details will be announced very, very soon via our website, www.gyc.org. untitled.theglobalyouth.org. And if you have any questions, please email us. I will provide you with our email address at the very end. As a competitor, I would like you to note down and keep in mind of these important dates. Again, all these dates are in Eastern Standard Time, or since I am in Toronto, I'm going to call it Toronto time. So please calculate for the time difference. And all communications from the GYC to you will be conducted by email. Now, for the very first thing you need to keep in mind is the registration deadline as a competitor. That is January 21st, 2022, which is next year. And please submit your wonderful entries before January 30th, because that is the deadline for entry submission. And again, by a very romantic date, February 14th, we will be announcing the top 16 finalists. And again, we will be contacting you through email. March 25th is this year's GYC Live Final, which will be streamed again live via YouTube and Bilibili. By April 8th, the top 25% will be announced via our website, and the certificate will be available for download via our website again. Okay, so these dates you need to keep in mind. And again, these dates are all on our website, so you can check them out at a later date. Now, this is the way you can join GYC and join the discussion of this very important topic, AI and the humankind, by joining us as a competitor. Another way you can join us is by being a volunteer. And you can do both at the same time if you wish to, and we encourage you to do that. Now, as a volunteer, again, we will require some basic information from you, and you can register right here, volunteer.theglobalyouth.org. Camelia will be providing you with that link as well in the chat box. Now, this is very simple information, first and last name, as well as email, and kindly include your school so that we can know which school you come from. For the volunteers, we'll be providing you with 2 chances per week to join your peers and to communicate with your peers and how to do volunteers and how to expand your ideas and expand your knowledge. I will talk about the 2 different opportunities shortly. Being a volunteer, we would like to ask you to promote the GYC, encourage more people to join, and you can do that in 2 stages. And why is that? Because before January 30th, we would like to ask you to promote the GYC with a focus on 2 different things. First, encourage individuals to register and enter the competition as a competitor. The second way is for you to encourage more people to join you as a volunteer to promote the GYC. It is a very important international competition. And why, you might ask, January 30th is such an important date? Because for January 30th, that is the deadline for volunteer registration, and it is also the deadline for competitor submission. So after that date, which is a division, we would like to ask you to encourage more people to join and watch the live final, which is your focus for the next period. And the live final is on March 25th, and it will start at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It will stream live via YouTube and Bilibili. Okay, so 2 stages before January 30th, encourage more competitor to join the competition and more volunteer to join you to promote GYC. After January 30th, please encourage more people to watch the live final. Last year, we had wonderful discussion regarding world peace, and it was a very, very interesting competition, seeing all the different entries from different countries. Now, as a volunteer, you will be provided with a personalized QR code, such as this one. This is mine. It doesn't work, so please don't scan it. So this is my QR code, and you'll be receiving yours. I put my name here because QR codes are a very easy way for you to reach more individuals. Now, your QR code will be linked to the registration page of the GYC 2022, and it will allow you to facilitate the process of communication, and it will make it easier for you to promote the Global Youth Challenge. And you can, this is our general poster, you can, and feel free to put your QR code on this poster. And if you need this poster, please email us. We will be happy to provide that for you. Once someone scans your QR code, they will be led to the registration page, and they can also go to our website. And then from the committee's point of view, we can also know that this person or this volunteers was recruited by you. Speaking of recruitment and speaking of volunteering hours, this is the standards for the volunteer hour accumulation. There are several different ways you can accumulate your hours. So allow me to give you brief explanation. Further details can be gotten from the two round table. So which I will be providing more details for you shortly. Now, for the first way, you can promote the GYC is by talking to people to spread out the word, spread out the word, and that will give you 30 minutes, which is half an hour. Now, when you do talk to people, please write down their name, email address, and contact information, telephone number, which will be they might be contacted when we do verification processes. Now, this is a verification process that the GYC reserves the right to do so, okay? And if your contact decide to join you and to become a volunteer as well, you'll be getting 1 hour for each volunteer recruited. If this volunteer or this contact you have made decide to join the competition, now, this is only valid when the GYC committee receive the submission entries of this person, which you will be giving 3 hours for. Another way is to use your social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media network that you're accustomed to and you like to do so. You can post GYC competition promotions. For like each post, you'll be getting 1 hour. We ask you to include a brief description of GYC as well as their website or linkage to it and hashtag GYC 2022. And while your post is on the social media network, you'll generate likes or views. So for each 10 views, you'll be getting 1 hour, and for each 10 likes, for each 10 likes, you'll be getting 1 hour. And for 50 views, you will be getting 1 hour as well. And for creation of promotional video, if you like to do so, that is a chance for you to get 5 hours. The promotional video can be 3 to 4 minutes long, not anything longer because that would be too long. Please include information such as the GYC website and a clear statement what GYC is, the mission is, and a way to join the GYC. For example, you can provide the registration link for competitors and for volunteers. Again, GYC do reserve the right to verify all the hours and your information that you provided. Now your question might be, so, okay, I get it. I need to provide this information of the contacts I made, the volunteers I recruited. How would I do that? Well, we would like you to keep track of your hours. And remember, it is your responsibility to keep track of your hours. And it's also the GYC responsibility to assist you to do that. For volunteers, please keep a weekly progress report. So keep a report of the hours you have accumulated. Okay, 1 second. It seems my computer is a little playful this morning. All right. So again, for you to stay organized, to keep a good record. And there are 2 things you need to keep in mind. First, the hours and the proof. What is the proof? For example, if your contact has turned into a volunteers, then how would we know what volunteer hours or what volunteer activity he or she have done? This is what you can do. So by providing screenshots of the volunteer hours that your contact have made, you'll be able to give us proof that indeed this contact had turned into a volunteer. Now, before we do that, I would like to point out this very simple, very simple Excel file. There are 7 different categories that you can accumulate your hours, which I've just mentioned. And you can list your hours and all these information right here. So for example, this person, John Williams, as you can see, he listed all the 7 different categories in order to accumulate volunteer hours. And he also listed the different items he has achieved in that week, as well as the hours. And in the end, right here, it's 7.5 hours that he has accumulated over this week. Now, in terms of proof or screenshots or how we can know that you completed volunteer activity, it's actually very simple. Nothing fancy, please. Also, remember, just to make sure everything's clear and easy to read. I'd like to point your direction right over here. If you look at the left side of the screen, you'll see the different likes and views accumulated by this person. And this is accumulated just solely from social media postings right here. So for this week, this wonderful volunteer has her social media posting has accumulated 16 likes, and that's 1.5 hours, and over 100 views, that's 2 hours. And this is enough, just very simple listing of what you have done and the different views and likes you have achieved. And she also provided us with a screenshot, and this is very necessary, okay? Any questions so far? You can type in the chat box or reserve your question until the end. And like I mentioned, for each volunteers you have recruited, or each contact you have recruited, please write down their name, phone number, and email. Now, for this person, this is category 4 for volunteers recruited. Now, for volunteers recruited, you do have to provide 3 examples of the volunteering activity of this person. That it will make it easier for us to cross-check your hours and to make sure that you get the hours that you deserve. These are just my posting for this year's GYC 2022. Very simple. I posted on a Chinese media, social media network, as well as my Twitter account. This is something that I would do it like this. I'm sure you're much more creative than me. Then please feel free to expand your ideas and imaginations. And remember to include all links in your weekly report. For your social media, we do reserve the right to check whenever we require. Now, the weekly report, we suggest that you submit every Thursday. It'll be easier for us to calculate and for you to keep a good record. The submission can be made, the report can be submitted to volunteer2022@theglobalyouth.org. And for the emails subject line, please remember to include your name in bracket volunteer, so we know it's a volunteer that's submitting a weekly progress report, and it's easier for you to go back and check which week you have missed or which week you have already submitted your report, okay? Now, just a kind reminders, all promotional postings or social media and network posting needs to remain public, and please do not remove it. Sorry, please do not remove it. And we would like for you to keep that online and keep that public for the purpose of verification if we need to. And in the end, if adjustment needs to be made, we will do that as well. Now, I mentioned just shortly that we will provide you with the opportunity to expand your imagination to communicate with other volunteers. And this is the goal of the Global Youth Challenge Volunteer Leadership Roundtable. It is to help you, to assist you to broaden your horizon, build up your confidence, as well as improve the communication skills, establish a decision-making ability, and provide you with valuable academic background to assist you in post-secondary education application. Often a lot of universities will ask for supplementary documentations and supplementary forms to be filled out, and they will ask what extracurricular activity that you have done to ask you about what you have done for your community. So this is GYC is a wonderful opportunity to gain recognition and to set yourself apart, to make yourself unique when you do apply for post-secondary education. Now, for the Volunteer Leadership Roundtable, there are 2 It's run 2 times a week, both online and in person. I will provide you with the details when we do talk about the schedule a little bit more. Now, before we do that, I would like to invite my colleague Camelia to talk to you about just how important volunteering is. Camelia, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Christine. May I share my screen?
Sure, go ahead, please.
Thank you. Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes, it seems to
Okay.
be black block. Are you seeing it?
Is it okay now? Is it in full screen now?
It is in full screen. I'm still seeing a black, like a strip of black line on the screen.
Oh, okay. So what about I go back to your screen and you might change the slides for me. Thank you.
Sure, of course, just one moment.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hello. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Camelia from GYC, and let me continue with the importance of volunteering. Okay, so to summarize the importance of why you need to volunteer, I would say in 4 letters: G, D, A, and S. Okay, so what is G? Next slide, please. G is graduation. Why is it important to your graduation? Because in Ontario, every student must complete at least 40 hours of community involvement prior to graduation so that they are considered eligible to graduate from Ontario secondary schools. And why does the Ministry of Education of Ontario require community hours? The purpose of this requirement is to promote community values, enhance students' awareness of community needs, develop a positive self-image for all students, and develop life skills and social emotional learning for students to become professional adults after they graduate. Okay, so what about D? D means development. Okay, so by participating in community activities, you will develop your personal and interpersonal skills. So what are personal skills? They are qualities and abilities that help you to grow both personally and professionally. Understanding and improving these skills can help you maximize your potential. Okay, and these are the examples of personal skills that you need to have to be successful in the future. You need to have your self-confidence, problem-solving skill, integrity, adaptability, organization, and work ethic. And volunteering will help you enhance these skills a lot. Okay, so what about interpersonal skills? These are abilities to communicate efficiently and positively with others. And understanding and improving these skills can help you facilitate positive relationships and network, which is very important for you to maybe find a job or to be successful in your career after your post-secondary life. Okay, so interpersonal skills is summarized into communication skills. So if you have effective communication skills, you will enhance your teamwork skill. You will make your sense of empathy stronger, as well as your leadership, conflict management, negotiation. All of them are very important in any workplaces. Okay. So why are personal and interpersonal skills important? They help you to create strategic and tactical plans for your personal and professional growth towards your goals. And you can naturally integrate them into your daily routines and use them to achieve your personal, academic, and career goals, advance in your career, and develop your strengths and talents. So what about A? A is for application. So the most important goals for secondary students is to apply to your favorite universities or colleges, right? So to be successful in your application, you need to make yourself known so that the university will consider choosing you as an outstanding candidate for them. And yeah, so it really benefits your university applications. What else? You need to make yourself known, make yourself unique, make yourself recognized so that you can win a scholarship or award in the university. Because when they consider an award or a scholarship for a candidate, they do care a lot about what you do for the community. So the last one, S. S means success in future career and life. So in a professional environment, you can be trained to be a self-starter with strong motivation skills. And participating in GYC will be a good chance for you, a valuable chance for you to be in a professional environment, to be a workplace-like environment so that you can be more professional and an efficient self-starter, okay? So let's watch a video of Caroline Chen. She was the champion of GYC 2020, so you can know how you can benefit from GYC. Thank you.
Hello, this is Caroline, champion of the 2020 COVID-19 Global Youth Challenge. You might be watching this video and wondering, is this contest really going to be worth all the time and effort that I'm about to put in? Well, I guarantee you, if you put in the time and effort, express your honest ideas and opinions, and work hard towards your goal, you'll benefit so much and it'll be totally worth it. This is an opportunity for your voice to be heard. By doing this, you're doing something big. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. You're sharing your ideas. And most importantly, you're taking on new challenges. Moreover, it's fun. I chose to do an art piece because art is just simply one of my favorite things to do. I really enjoy the process of creating this art piece, and it was a great distraction from all the stress and schoolwork that I've been having. You can choose any subject that you're interested in. It doesn't have to be art. It can be history, computer, physics. You name it, there's so much to choose from. Just make sure it's something that you're interested in and you enjoy. Through this experience, I was also introduced to so many innovative and inspiring ideas and met so many ambitious and creative and like-minded friends. I had no idea that I was going to be the champion, but that was my goal. And all I did was work hard towards my goal. If I can do it, you can do it too. Try your best and put in your best effort. Join out and let your voice be heard by the world.
Thank you, Christine. Now let's go back to the training schedule of GYC, and my colleague Christine will continue with that part.
Thank you, Camelia. Just one moment, allow me to close this and we'll go back. Can everyone see? Camelia, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I just want to make sure that this is very clear. Again, thank you, Camelia, for telling us and sharing with us why volunteering is just so important. And thank you, Caroline, for sharing her experience with us. Now, as we are currently in the general information session, which runs every Monday from 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, all the way from November 8th through January 28th. And please let us know if you require the video recording and if you cannot join us for our live session. Now, for the training schedule, there are several different ways to upgrade or to get involved. And we want to encourage you to join us with the other sessions as well to help to improve your personal skills. Now, I mentioned quite a few times regarding the general information session, but also as equally as important for volunteers is the GYC Volunteer Leadership Roundtable. Like I mentioned previously, it's in person as well as over Zoom, via Zoom. So how does this work? Well, for the in-person one, we would like to invite you to join us at our head office in person. It is in Mississauga, and it's going to be running from the mid-October all the way to almost the end of January of next year. So there's quite a few more chances that you can join us for in person. And that is every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And unfortunately, if you cannot join us in person, that is okay, because although this is in person, we will also have the live broadcast of this via Zoom, so you can join us that way. Additionally, if you cannot join us on Saturday, we would like you to join us at your convenience, of course. Join us from December 1st to January 26th when we do the roundtable in a pure online format, and that is via Zoom as well. The meeting link is still this one. It's 617-034-0064, and you can also join us that way. And this purely online roundtable is every Wednesday from 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. And for volunteers, please join us for these two very important sessions. It will provide you with the opportunity for more communication with your peers and for fellow volunteers, where you can discuss how you would expand and how would you improve your volunteering activities. Now for competitors, join us for the GYC Masterclass, which, like I mentioned, will be purely online, and the specific time and dates will be announced very, very shortly. It should start next month in December, and please visit our website for new updates. For the reminder of the timeline, as volunteers and as competitor, please look at this timeline because it's quite important that we know when the deadlines are. So the competitor registration will end on January 21st, 2022. The submission deadline is 9 days later, January 30th, and as well as the registration for volunteers also January 30th. By February 14th, the finalists will be announced. The top 16 will be announced via the website, and the top 16 will be contacted by email. The finalist presentation, the live final will be streamed via YouTube and Bilibili, and that is on March 25th. And by April 8th, the top 25% of the winners will be announced via the website and online. The certificates can be downloaded via the website. Now, these are very important dates that you should keep in mind. Again, if you didn't remember everything, that is okay. Please go to our website, theglobalyouth.org, or you can email us and contact us by directing your questions and any general inquiries, any volunteering related inquiries to info@theglobalyouth.org, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. And we usually check our email daily, and you should receive and reply within 48 hours during weekday. Okay, so direct your question at our way. And we have come to the end of the general information session. We hope that we have provided enough information for you to make a decision and join us as a competitor, and also welcome you to join us as a volunteer. Again, the website is www.theglobalyouth.org. And if you have any question, we would love to answer them. You can open your mic, or if you can type in the chat box, you can.
Yeah, I have a question. Can I share my screen about the type of the submit